Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Play the Hits presents Summer Staycation. Because COVID-19 is a motherfucker. How you doing, Max?
I'm pretty good. Hey, first day of summer coming up.
That's right, yeah. And so, of course, this, just like last year with Indian Summer, this doesn't mean that we're giving up our main projects, only that they're...
Holy shit, that was a year ago.
Yeah, dude, Summer Staycation... Indian Summer was a year ago now.
Oh my god, wow.
Welcome!
But you know, I love this. Actually, I think we see this intro when we start the game, don't we?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so we don't need to...
We don't have to see it twice.
Yeah, we don't need to see it twice. As is usual, surround sound? No, that's not correct. There we go. As is usual with this, we've kind of been thinking up like new kind of fun projects on Play the Hits. We've done something else, which we've only got 2 episodes of so far, but we need to do more of that.
Yep.
We always do our usual Halloween stuff, and I think these summer ones are kind of fun and unique. Just do something kind of interesting based around the season of summer where we're being lazier than usual anyways, and just kind of playing some chill games. And I can't think of a more chill game than Mario Sunshine.
No, this is pretty much, when you think of summer, this is, for some reason, GTA, like, San Andreas was the first thing that came to mind, but...
Oh, Vice City?
Feel like,
maybe?
San Andreas for me.
Oh, San Andreas.
The Vice City, yeah, you're right, is more of a summer game. You know, for some reason, I just think of summer. I think of San Andreas, but I'm not a big GTA guy in general. So Sunshine is definitely the next big summer game I could think of. Although open to suggestions from anyone, because when you mentioned it the last time, and I think of some summer games, I could think of like Wind Waker and this, and that was about it.
Wind Waker is the bomb. But that would take way more than the 3 months of summer to beat.
That would take more than a season, I think, unless
that would probably be from now to December if we started it.
Oh snap!
I mean, already we're running behind on Ocarina, which is totally my fault, but
nah, that's all good. Oh yeah, we were talking about.
Peach is just seeing some weird shit, but no one's listening to her. That just
like
sounds
a really
like woman
scary Doctor
talking,
Who episode or something.
Silence, bitch. Men are talking.
Wow.
Oh god.
We were talking before this that this is like the first real cinematic Mario game.
It is.
And it's like even more so than Galaxy. This had more of a story to it.
Yeah, and so I shared this with you a little bit, and I know this is like going to be a wildly unpopular opinion, but I have never been able to get into, you know what? You're right. I really don't have that long jump.
No long jump?
No.
Yeah, I really remember. Like I thought there was and maybe that is I don't know, Mandela effect or something. Where
I'm gonna be trying to do that for the first 3 episodes of this playthrough.
It's a Mario game. It obviously has a long jump, but no. He has that, which is fun.
Everything else just controls beautifully, but I'm gonna be using Flood by accident, just trying to do that damn long jump. But dude, the controls in this are tight. The only minor complaint that I have is that the GameCube still insisted on that kind of weird 8-directional ridge around the joystick.
Really,
which it didn't need to have, because this is full 360-degree movement, as you can see.
Yeah, it's kind of like, oh, you remember Mario 64 and the limitations we had to have with that? Well, we're not going to stray too far. And it's like,
and you can
have done more.
Holy shit, Mario! We're so fucking high from the fumes. Sorry, I cut you off.
The sun hits the fungus on their head just right.
Right.
Am
I tripping on shrooms? Oh god, I am a shroom.
When you think of a Mario game, it's always going to have a great control scheme. I mean, since 64 days, but yeah, this game had a great one, even though, again, I'm not crazy about Flood, so...
But, last year when we did 64, it was kind of interesting because, you're right, it still controlled well, and it was still extremely playable for a game made in fucking 96.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to think about. But at the same time, the controls had aged just a little bit. I couldn't quite have the same level of flexibility and mobility that I would have had, back when the game first came out and I was more used to it. This, though,
and you're right, this game
straight up
wouldn't
feels
have aged.
it feels like Odyssey. It doesn't quite have the same features as Odyssey, but, I mean, it's there. Oh, God.
As far as the smoothness, it hasn't changed much from this game.
Like it's definitely
I
just
that.
as smooth as Odyssey, whereas 64 was, just barely not there. Like, it was still incredible, but it just wasn't quite as smooth.
It's fantastic. It was the one that laid the foundation, but, by today's standards, maybe just a little clunky,
Yeah, sure. Which, for a game made in 96 is unthinkable.
Yeah.
But, like, when you think of how 3D games controlled back in those days, like, it was largely with a D-pad still.
Yeah. And it was, like, either an isometric view, the 3D as a gimmick, where it's just like, we're going to come towards you, we're going to go away from you.
Yeah, right.
And you
they were so
think
slow.
of how to move around in a 3D environment unless you had a mouse.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, here's a flight simulator. You're just going to move the mouse to move around all over the place. And to actually use a control stick and move a character, they couldn't really think of a good way to do it until, the second joystick didn't come around for a while, so they used what they could with C buttons and stuff.
You know what was freaking hilarious is that the GameCube had one. I mean, you had the C stick, but they never used it, or at least not like a second joystick.
They used it like C buttons basically, but a stick form.
Like when you think about Metroid Prime, like if Nintendo had thought about that, they basically could have invented the modern FPS control scheme, and instead it went to Halo.
Yeah.
But I mean, Halo for all of its faults. I'm not a huge Halo fan. But
was Prime 2002, or was it earlier?
I think it was 2001 even.
2001.
I think wasn't it close to a release title for the GameCube?
It was.
Maybe it was 02.
It didn't take too long, but I think it was like a year or so after the GameCube came out. I remember waiting for GameCube games.
Yeah.
And I think Sunshine was one where it's like, okay, finally we got a really good game.
Yeah, GameCube had a slow release, didn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I appreciate Luigi's Mansion a lot more than I did back then, but I just remember Luigi's Mansion being a disappointment, unfortunately, because it's like, wait, what do I...
Yeah. When did Melee come out?
I think that was also 2001.
Okay.
I think we had to wait just a little bit.
All right.
Now, when did the GameCube come out? 2000? Fall of 2000?
Oh, shit, I forget. There was a big... So the PS2 was first, and then I think the GameCube and the Xbox came out pretty close together.
We're pretty close, yeah, I think you're right.
I think the GameCube was off by just a tiny margin.
But I remember having to wait for Sunshine, having to wait for Melee, for sure.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. Melee came out so long ago, and I remember the wait was almost unbearable for it.
Yeah, dude, Melee was special in a lot of ways. Oops.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know what to expect. It was just like, oh yeah, here's another,
there we go.
The sequel to Smash 64, which was already, I loved Smash 64, so I was so excited for Melee.
Yeah. See, now Smash 64 was good, but I didn't get super into it. I got super into Melee.
Yeah.
Probably more than any other Smash game, even with the Switch one out now.
Ultimate.
Yeah.
Now that's when you started using Falco. From Melee, Falco was your boy, right?
Yeah, right. I don't know why. I just gravitated to his control scheme. I don't have any special relationship with Star Fox. I mean, they're really fun games.
I saw Star Fox Adventures on your GameCube memory card, man. I mean,
yeah, dude, that was a game that I had.
Gotta be kind of a super fan.
I don't anymore because I'm a bro and whatnot.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that sucks.
But I did retain Mario
GameCube
Sunshine and Melee,
money
which is all that really matters.
Yeah.
And the Zelda 64 collection pack.
Oh, nice. Okay, no, that is a collector's item for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hey, you probably held on to the three most important things.
Uh-huh.
I mean, Wind Waker would have rounded that out.
But dude, I had a really good GameCube collection. I'm really if I'd have known what was gonna go down, I would have taken my whole game collection with me to college and seminary. That would have.
Yeah.
That would have saved me a lot of money these days. And I know my brother didn't know what they were worth because being the kind of person he is, he sold them for gas money basically, which sucked.
Yeah, that does.
So it's not even like they went into a good home. I don't even think he went to a GameStop. He probably went to the quarter, the corner pawn shop or something.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
Yeah, they were probably traded for.
Well,
Coke.
hopefully, eventually, they found their way.
Yeah,
even if someone who cared about them had to pay a lot more.
But dude, can you imagine the person who walked into that pawn shop and found the entire trilogy of PS1 Final Fantasy games in mint condition, and an entire GameCube collection, and a bunch of like rare PS2 RPGs if they even appreciated them. Like, dude, they probably
Yeah, how many hands did they trade before someone realized the value of them?
Yeah, right. Like, I'm wondering if the owner of like this shop like even understood like what was being traded to them, because it's rural Northwest Ohio and games are for fags, right? Like, that's how we grew up. And so like they probably had little to no idea like what was being traded to them or how valuable a lot of these games would be today. Like, you're basically paying more than if they were new releases still.
Now I'm imagining like a Appa's Lost scenario where your games eventually find their way back to a game shop near you.
That would be like, hilarious.
It's been 84 years.
I would never know, though, because other than taking like good care of my games, I never labeled them in any way or anything like that.
Me either.
Like, I didn't like CB on the back of them or something like that. It just was...
Yeah, you never expected to sell it.
No, I didn't expect that my motherfucking brother would sell my entire game collection. Not my entire game collection, to be fair. Like, there's a couple that I was able to hang on to because either overlooked them or I took them with me.
Yeah.
But the nice
thing...
thing...
You took some good ones with you because you have, what is it? You got, like, Lugia, which is... You can't find that shit for... At least not for very cheap anymore.
Wait, say that again?
Lugia? You got Lugia too? For the PlayStation.
Oh, shit, no. That was one of the ones that he sold.
Oh, seriously?
Legaia. I know what you're talking about.
That's what I'm thinking. Okay.
I was thinking Lugia, the Pokemon.
Oh, sorry. I am saying Lugia. Holy shit.
I love how the plot of this game is straight up Mario goes to jail.
Mario
and has to fucking, like, earn the trust of this town.
Yeah, he's doing community service, basically.
Right? This is just Mario paying off crime. The legal system on Delfino Island is dubious at best.
Yeah. You remember everything you learned in Mario Paint? Well, scrap that.
Yeah. This ain't your granddad's Mario Paint. But dude, so going back to what we were talking about before, this game has absolutely the tightest controls in the GameCube. Like,
oh yeah,
the GameCube already has an excellent controller, and this just capitalizes on it. I also like that Peach doesn't really, like she has her own personality in this one. I mean, you eventually end up saving her, but they kind of laid the groundwork for like what she would become in Odyssey, which I kind of just loved. I like the way that game kind of mildly subverted your expectations for a Mario game. Yeah.
I love that she'd return back to Bowser's Castle as a tourist, and it's just like, you know what? It is very pretty.
Right? Yeah.
God, Odyssey is such a good game, too.
Dude, Odyssey is the shit. I love how, like, on this channel, we went from, like, having no Mario games for 2 years to now being, like, halfway through his library.
Right. Yeah, you were saying that you never really got into Galaxy. I mean, I'm sure you played it a little bit, right?
I did. I played Galaxy 1 on the Wii, but then I never really got into the Wii overall. Like, I had one for a while, but, like, it was kind of during that, like, phase in college where, like, I just didn't have time to game, period.
Yeah.
Like, I was trying to figure out what the hell I was actually going to do with my future, and, yeah, it was just like kind of a dry, and like I said, the PS3 era. It was, the Wii and the PS3, and like that was kind of just a dry spell for me with games.
It was that kind of blah area, Now for me though, the Wii I actually loved as a system because in the GameCube era I was always bumming off of friends and having to play games. I never owned a GameCube. So the Wii was my first GameCube.
so it was kind of nice, because in the GameCube era, I think I was still relying mostly on my parents for games. So
yeah.
It's like I wasn't like actually having to like think about it and like pay for my own games.
And budget and everything. Yeah.
Because let's see, I would have been like, what, 13 or 14? No, I didn't have my first job until 16. So I was definitely still relying on them for games. So like I would just ask for anything and everything still. And if the game turned out to suck, well, it wasn't my money. And is it just me, or like, not only does this like play extremely well, does it still like look fucking good?
That's the GameCube, man.
It is. Like, even with like modern graphics being what they are, like, this is still like a fucking pretty game.
And which is funny because you see a lot of PS2 games that are like, this is ugly,
Oh, dude, the PS2 is hideous. I'm sorry. Like
Yeah,
I can't think, like even
if a game looks
FF10,
good
which
on
was like a
PS2,
pretty
it's
PS2
artistic.
game. Mm-hmm. Oh, here we
And
go.
yet every GameCube game, Mario Kart, this game, any first-party title, even Metroid Prime, probably the worst-looking game out of the GameCube games, and it still looks good.
Oh, I still think Metroid Prime is fairly good looking.
Yeah, I'd say if there was anything.
Oh,
that
I know what you mean. Like
undated-
they went for like a more realistic approach, and because of that, yeah, like it doesn't hold up in the same way as like something like this or Wind Waker would.
Yeah.
Dude, Wind Waker is still gorgeous.
Yeah, it is. That was another. I mean, not the first game that heavily used cell shading, but one of the first.
It was. It
And
was,
again,
it was like
I
just
was-
new enough that it was like, holy shit, am I watching a cartoon? Am I playing a cartoon?
I was one of those people that were like, I don't know about this. I don't like how it looks. It took you playing through it and
Oh, dude,
watching
yeah.
you that convinced me. It's like, okay, I got to play this sometime.
I was the
And,
opposite.
you know,
like
still
I took
haven't
one
beat it.
look at that, and I'm like, yes, this is what a Zelda game should look like.
That's interesting. Yeah, I definitely wasn't,
God.
but I eventually just liked the look of it and liked what it was all about.
Yeah, and
But
like,
I really had to wait till Twilight Princess to really get back into
Yeah.
Zelda.
and that's the other thing too, is that like these GameCube games,
Nice.
like they took some risks with the properties, but they all like were super innovative and just like you said with this one, it gave Mario like a full story 2 decades before freaking Odyssey came out.
Yeah,
And not quite 2 decades, but
Yeah,
close enough,
and-
right?
and more of a story than Galaxy for sure. Even though Galaxy had a story, but this was like more cinematic than
It was. Oops.
And you're right, GameCube was really the era of Nintendo taking risks with their first-party titles. You
I
know,
think they were
mean,
riding so
Zelda-
high on the 64 that they felt like they could.
Yeah, maybe. And it was, I think, it's funny because I think the GameCube era is looked back on more fondly than when it first came out.
Yes, definitely. Like when it first
there
came
were-
out, people were disappointed with it. Like
Yeah,
I remember that,
I
like,
think-
oh, Wind Waker, what is this crap? Mario Sunshine?
Mario
I don't want
Sunshine,
no
what
fucking
is this crap?
flood.
Yeah, I was one of those people too. And
Yeah.
I look back at now, it's like, well, you know, they did take some risks, and I got to respect it. And the games still look fantastic, and they laid the groundwork for a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
Like other than running at 480p, this is absolutely a gorgeous game. Like the textures, the character models, the lighting, like
oh yeah.
they just really did a fucking good job making the game.
Look at Delfino in general,
The
and
water
all the
effects.
places that Mario goes, and it's just like the level of detail. It's not like it's
Right.
the most detailed game ever, but
No.
64 games were like, here's this blocky texture, and here's
Right.
this block. Like they didn't care. It was just 3D, and we're gonna build the world.
Mm-hmm.
And this was like, okay, let's make this look like a believable, lived-in world.
Yes, and
you
to
know?
this day, like, I will fight people on this. There are, like, PS4 games that don't have the level of, like, artistic beauty of this game. Like, even with, like, full 4K visual. Like, this
Yeah,
is
it
just a
can
good
still
looking
look-
game.
Yeah, like you see those. I mean, you look at those videos that are like, oh, Unreal Engine 4 test for Wind Waker or something like
Yeah,
that.
sure.
And it's just like, okay, they're obviously a high level of graphical fidelity,
Mhm.
but a lot of times they don't have the attention to detail there. And so it's just like, no, guys, you need like an artist behind this too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can't
And
just have
that's
a
what makes
processing power.
Sunshine so great, is that it did have really good artistic direction, on top of being, you know, like, the GameCube was like the little engine that could. It didn't have the same specs as the Xbox or the PS2, but like you said, like, the PS2 is downright ugly, and same with the Xbox. It's muddy and brown and gray.
Most-
And,
Yeah, most of those games these days don't really look that great. Now, the GameCube was, for most purposes, more powerful than the PS2.
oh, was
But
it?
it-
Okay.
Yeah, it couldn't really compare to the Xbox, though.
No, that was the Xbox's whole thing. It was like the next-gen console that everyone was supposed to have gotten early, right?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
The cool thing about the Xbox is the hard drive, but I remember that, and the online play was not great, but it was starting to go somewhere.
Right. Now, I will
But yeah.
say, all my gushing about this game aside, I have not played this as much as Mario 64 over the years, and so
Yeah.
I will not be cheesing through Shine Sprites the way that I was for certain episodes of 64.
64.
Yeah. A lot of
That's
this
all
will kind of feel like playing it for the first time.
Oh, we were talking about the speedrunning communities with this game.
Oh, dude, this game has a thriving
Such a throbbing speed community.
Throbbing speed community.
They can't wait to finish. Oh shit! Damn. Speaking about going fast.
Whoops. Oh yeah, that's right. Well, and that's why, because the controls are so sharp that you really can, like, you know, blitz these stages. And like it's kind of like Odyssey, where like if you're good with the controls, you can get to places you're not supposed to get without certain items or power-ups. Or
and a high degree of like maneuverability, but also a high degree of like difference playthrough to playthrough. You know, it's just like until you get to really like the highest levels where it's like, okay, it's going to be pretty similar, but you can really build up to going pretty quickly and figuring all these different strategies out with the Mario game, because like you said, Mario can do so much and do so many things quickly if you're good at it. Woo!
Whoopsie. Well, and you're right. That's the... Oh, right. I have to... Oh. There we go. And you're right. That's the brilliance and the beauty of Mario in general, is how flexible the gameplay is. Like, say what you want about his, like, endearingness as a character and, like, the, you know, the art design, all the other things that make Mario great. It really is just, like, even, like, the games that are fucking 35 years old still play, like, better than some new release AAA titles.
Yeah, there's usually just a simplicity, and it's just like, hey, are you a beginner? Well, you know, you're still probably going to have fun with this game.
Yeah.
You know, but if you're more advanced, if you've played a Mario game,
right,
you know, or if you're just dedicated to trying to figure out how to be quicker, be better, you're going to be rewarded for it. It's so flexible, all in one game.
And you're right, that's really what it's all about, is that it rewards veterans and newcomers alike. Like, anyone can just pick up and enjoy a Mario game.
Yeah. And it's a way of, like, expressing yourself, too. You know, that it's just like you can do so much with Mario that it's just like, okay, I'm gonna ride this thing like they're supposed to, or you can add some flourishes, like I'm just gonna be triple jumping and bounce off this wall right here for kind of no reason, or to do this quicker.
Right.
It's like any different number of players can express themselves through Mario because he can do so much.
Mario self-expression, yes.
like really, you can kind of show off.
For the last 30 years, we've all just been a part of what is known internally in Nintendo as the Mario experiment.
The Mario effect.
Like, let's just create like a simple-ass game and give players like unparalleled freedom of movement and creativity with how to get through our levels. Like there are developers that like strive to do this and don't succeed. But Mario just pulls it off every single time. Even like with his worst game. Like, this is probably considered the worst 3D Mario, as much as I love it. But, you know, like, even with that consideration, it is still, like, so flexible and enjoyable and smooth that, you know, even if, like, you're a, like, diehard, like, stalwart, you know, Mario 64 is the way, the truth, and the life, like, you could still find something to enjoy with this game and the way it controls.
Yeah, I can't argue that. You know, for someone who's gonna finish this game, definitely can't argue that it's.
Isn't that pretty mouth?
It plays like a dream.
Yeah. Come on. Open that pretty mouth, boy. Let me see that mouth, boy. I keep forgetting that it's also inverted, so that's gonna be a problem.
Oh shit! Yeah, can you change that?
Maybe. We'll go to the
Probably
menu
not.
after this.
I feel like the games
Then I'm
did
kinda
not give you
getting
that
used to
option because it was always like obviously inverted. Y-axis is the way to go.
Right. Come here, you. Oh. You run out of water in this? Hey, you know what? I was wrong. Like, the C-stick straight up acts as a camera rotator in this, and I never noticed it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I'm rotating the camera with the C-stick right now.
Can you do that in every room?
Yeah, no, you can.
Okay.
Which is genius. Like, good on you, Nintendo, for figuring that out.
For figuring out, like, dual stick controls, which I'm not even being sarcastic. It was
They're inverted.
Novelty.
God damn it. They are inverted, though. That is a problem. And it's not going to be a huge problem because it's, you know, sunshine and, like, half the game is optional. Oh, come on. Get up there. Get up there. There we go. We got him.
Kind of violent.
That's the thing with all 3D Marios, too. Like, there's, like, the stuff that you have to do, which is, like, collect 70 shine sprites or whatever, and then there's, you know, like, the super challenge missions, like, if you really get into it.
Yeah.
And it's such an ingenious design, too, with, like, the stars or the shine sprite system where, like, you know, if a level is giving you, like, a lot of trouble and, like, you straight up can't do it, then don't do it. Just go get another shine sprite.
There's another, there's always another one.
That's right, it's all, like, cloudy at first, and then as you, like, unlock more of it, like, sunshine and color straight up returns to the island, which is kind of a cool effect.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Peach.
Yeah, pretty bad vacation so far.
So now, if I remember right, your favorite 3D Mario is Galaxy 2, right?
That's hard. My favorite 3D Mario is Odyssey.
Okay, cool.
I mean, Odyssey knocked it out of the park.
Okay, sweet. I'm in total agreement. That's still my favorite. Still. Like, that is my favorite.
I revere 64, and I love playing through 64 because I can blast through it, like, quickly. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of, like...
Boy, you really should have played 64 then.
Yeah. No, it's fine. You really feel like a badass when you get certain stars where it's just like, boom, got it, you know?
Nailed it.
But,
that mouth.
Yeah, Odyssey's definitely my favorite, but as far as what do I like better between Galaxy 1 or 2, that's really hard because they're very good games for very different reasons.
Right.
And it's almost like if I had to take emotion out of it and be objective, Galaxy 2 is the better game. Mm-hmm. And there's so much replayability in Galaxy 2. Like
I've heard wonderful things about Galaxy 2, and I've never played it. I mean, I played it for a little bit at your house one time.
Yeah.
Or no, it was actually your old student apartment that you shared with like 6 people.
Yeah, that's right. Apartment 14, it was great.
Yeah, I remember like you had to go to work and I would just like lay there and play Galaxy 2, but I don't think I even got halfway through it.
It's
a big game too.
It is, and that was the first game. Like all Mario games, I feel like have such robust post games. Like, oh, you beat Bowser. Okay, well, here's all these different things you could do in every single world again.
Right.
Or here's like 2 post worlds or something.
Oh, I love this stage.
Galaxy 2 was, oh yeah, I do remember this stage. Galaxy 2 was the first game to really be like, okay, here's like at least 10 hours worth of post game. And that was the green stars. Where it's just like, okay, you got 120 stars. Well, here's 120 new stars. Right. And they're going to like make you get creative and do things and do moves, like advanced moves that you thought might be glitches that are like, oh no, we knew about this.
Right.
And now you have to do it to get these stars. And it's like, what? Like that was amazing to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the difficulty, Galaxy 2 was definitely a lot more difficult. Galaxy 1 never got super difficult. Mm-hmm. It had its optional stars that were like, oh, this is actually pretty hard. But there weren't a whole lot. Galaxy 2, like half the stars in that game were difficult, and every single green star was pretty difficult. Like, it's a hard game sometimes. So
it could be, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but Galaxy 1 had more inventive, more memorable stages, a better story, a better last stage, and better music.
But Galaxy 2 just had like the it factor, huh?
It had the it factor, and it had pretty much everything else going for it. Galaxy 1 had more of the, if I was going to show a game to someone or show a stage and be like, isn't this like a cool set piece? Galaxy 1 had it.
Did you happen to pay attention to the level title? What the hell am I supposed to be doing?
Oh shit, no.
Pico Harbor, Gooper Blooper breaks out. Okay, I've got to fight the big blooper. I think this is kind of like 64 though. Like, though, if you know where a certain shine sprite is, you can get it before.
Yeah. I don't think the stages change too much in this game.
No, they don't.
Kind of like 64. They do sometimes, but actually, I don't even know if they do as much as 64.
No, I think they give you a
exactly
pretty big degree of flexibility.
Yeah.
Oh. I like this tunnel mechanic too that was unique to this game. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like there's this like subterranean, like it's like you said, this is like a real lived-in place, and so they have a sewer system.
Yeah.
And they use the cool like Mario dungeon theme.
Yeah. And it's like, it's not gimmicky, you know. It's not like
it's just a quicker
fully
way to get
developed
around.
thing, but it's cool.
Yeah, so like overall, like without beating it into the ground, like this game does not deserve the flack that it got at the time of its release. And like I don't know like how people feel about it today. Like if you were to ask a kid who was born in 2012 what he thinks about this, like, you know, would he even know that it exists, or like be like, oh yeah, it's just a really cool, colorful Mario game like all the other old ones.
Yeah, basically, if they're into Mario and they want to know the history
like, what do they
of it.
think about this one? Like, I'm curious, because, like, at the time, you know, there were, like, the real Mario fans, and they all thought that this was crap because you had to use FLUDD, you know? But, yeah, again, that was not
someone
the case.
who didn't live through what was very likely a bias against this game.
You know what I think it was? Is that, like, video games were, like, largely marketed to people who were born in the 80s, like, people like you and me, right? And so this was, like, right in the middle of their teenage years. And they were in that phase where they thought everything had to be realistic and gritty and, like, you know, just cool looking, right? And
hey,
when you got,
we got the PS3
kind of like
era for that.
Yeah, right. When you got kind of like a laid-back, relaxed, kind of almost goofy sort of game, like this, or, you know, Wind Waker, which, never mind that it was actually a pretty serious Zelda story, still, like, just by its art direction, looked like it didn't take itself too seriously. Like, people straight up didn't respond to that because, you know, they were in that phase of adolescence where, like, you know, everything had to be just so.
You felt like you had to reject, you know, anything that was
childish looking.
Yeah, that seemed as childish. Yeah. And that could be part of it. And that was definitely a kind of rebellion that companies listened to.
Oh my god,
for a while it was all about gritty, and it was about, hey, look at fucking Bomberman. You can't get much cuter and much simpler than Bomberman.
Are you referring to the Bomberman reboot?
Bomberman Zero.
Oh
where
my
it's just
god,
like,
dude.
I'm made of bombs. Shit.
That sucks some ass.
It's Halo with bombs. It's like, really?
That really sucks some ass.
And it's so funny because we talk about childish stuff and wanting to get away from that, and then I look at stuff like that and I'm like, that's fucking stupid.
Oh yeah, dude. Like that whole phase, that whole era was the brown looter. No, it wasn't even looter shooter. Looter shooters didn't exist yet.
It was just the brown
shooter. Looter shooters
shooter.
were actually like a step in the right direction because
it's like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, they were fun
again.
again.
Destiny and Borderlands, yeah.
Yeah, Destiny, Borderlands, those are fun games, even if they're not like my jam.
Yeah.
They're still fun and colorful and engaging, right? But like the Call of Duty era, fuck that.
Yeah. It's kind of like, you look at some games, and maybe back then it was like, oh, these are Mario Sunshine's childish or something. But I look at that stuff today, and I'm like, that's pretty just adolescent. Like, wow, this guy's, for a Mario boss, he doesn't fuck around right away.
Oh! Oh my god!
Chris, he's obviously in pain.
So
Listen to this guy.
Seeing this shit?
Wow.
How do I stall him long enough to pull on his nose? That's the trick. I also need water.
It sounds like he's gasping for air. I mean,
who's the real monster here?
Yeah, seriously.
Ow.
Wow. That's helpful, FLUDD.
You must find a way to fight it. Okay, FLUDD.
I was gonna reason with the fucker.
Let's talk this out, please. There we go. Oh god, that's right. I rip his arms off. That's what it is. Jesus.
Yeah, you're not fighting it. This
is wrong. Max, what we're doing is wrong. Can you imagine like the Koopa Troopas and like the random like gremlins that are like watching this shit go down?
Right.
Oh my god, Mario's
like,
really.
You're next.
You will put me in jail for a crime I did not commit.
Mario's finally had fucking enough.
You took my girl. I don't know where my brother is. It's the time you die.
I see you gained it all back. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah, that's right. His arms grow back. Mario didn't know that when he tore them off.
You see, everything's fine.
Look at that. I am no hurting. He hurt himself.
I saw the stupidest Instagram post yesterday. It's like, Mario, you ordered to pay $10,000. Like, why? And the judge says, it's a fine. And Mario says, no, it's a not.
For what? You don't know a shit. Oh, cool. And that's the other great thing. Too. You can dive into it, and as long as you're holding B, he'll grab it. Excellent.
Oh, yeah, that's different from 64 for sure.
Yes, like you could not dive into Bowser's tail. It was very important that you knew that.
I sense pain under those words.
Yeah, right? I remember this day. So long, gay Bowser. I like how they removed that from the DS release because it really did sound like gay Bowser.
It sounded, yeah, like no one knew what he was actually saying.
I think it was Day Bowser, but that doesn't make sense either. Like, Day isn't an Italian thing.
No.
Like, I'm not Day Chris, and you're not Day Max. Just
the actor was just having fun with it. He was still finding his groove as Mario.
You know, that's true. Did you know the funny thing about him? He was introduced on, like, a, you know how, like, Nintendo used to, like, rent out their characters to, like, PC games and Philips?
Yep, Phillips, yeah.
Yeah, like, the Mario actor, he was straight up, he got his break as Mario for, like, not Mario 64, but a PC, like, Paint with Mario game or something like that, or, like, Numbers with Mario.
I don't know the game at all, but yeah, I remember seeing that on, like, a frickin' Did You Know Gaming or something like that.
Yeah, I think that's where I got that information.
And he talked a little bit more in that game because it was almost, like, educational.
Yeah. That's a color. It's no match. You're a failure, Timmy.
Mario will get hurt, like in most games. Well, no. I guess this was the last 3D game. So Mario 64 in this game, he'll get hurt from falling from heights.
Yeah.
Because in Odyssey he doesn't.
Yeah, they had to take that out of Odyssey. Like that game is so vertical.
But the thing is, they had to take it out of Galaxy too, because you get to like flipping around planets and shit, and you'll jump from one to another. So yeah, it's not in Galaxy either. So this is like the last 3D Mario game that's because 3D World and 3D Land, he doesn't get hurt from jumping high distances either. I don't think. Mm-hmm. It just became part of Mario. That's just like, oh yeah, gravity doesn't hurt him.
Fuck a gravity. Gravity ain't a shit. God damn it. Okay, so this one is called Blooper Surfing. I forget what this one is.
Yeah, at this point, I don't know.
This is as far as Max ever got.
Pretty much.
So fun fact, I'm actually just sliding on Mario's weird belly.
Disgusting, hairy Italian belly.
Right. Filthy, filthy Mario.
So did this game have some, like, more difficult, I want to call them Shine Sparks, more difficult, what the hell are they called? What stars to this game? The
Shine Sprites.
Shines. Oh, Shine Sprites, okay.
Yeah.
Did it have, like, some...
Oh,
I don't know about post-game content,
like, I think this is the only Mario game where I've never collected 100% of the stars.
Oh, okay. So I remember there were some like difficult what do you call it, like challenges where you didn't have FLUDD.
Yes.
And some of those were kind of hard, I remember.
They were really hard, yeah. And maybe I just suck, but yeah. I remember them.
Yeah, as you can tell, I jump in and out of this game. Like, there's some things later on that I played, but I really don't know much about it.
Like, so, yeah, this is one that I beat, and then I fully intended to collect all the Shine Sprites, and I just didn't. I was like, holy shit, this is
you kind of
hard.
walked me through this game, or at least the most of the main campaign, and then I'll do Galaxy, or at least I'll do Galaxy 1, and then we'll see about if we're ever gonna do 2.
Yeah. I don't think I'm pursuing the correct Shine Sprite at this point. This does not seem like blooper surfing.
No.
Now, one thing that would have been helpful in this game that Mario 64 did, like, it kind of showed you, like, a vague direction of where you were supposed to go. At the beginning of the
a lot more open.
You know, like, if you were supposed to race Koopa Troopa, like, at the beginning of 64, there he was. Like, he was, like, right in your face, and they showed you him. This one's
sometimes.
like, no, here's kind of like a vague hint. Go figure it out.
Yeah.
Go fucking around. I don't know.
You have time to play games, right?
You're grown up.
You're grown up.
I'm not gonna fucking tell you what to do in a Mario
I'll
game.
just
Fuck
say
that.
what they need.
What, you got the hint right there. You too stupid to figure it out?
So mean, Reggie.
It's just Reggie Fils-Aimé.
Just...
Look, I can't help it if you're fucking stupid. Reggie Fils-Aimé.
I see, like like his Japanese counterparts trying to like hold him back or something.
Reggie, please. What Reggie meant to say was that we hope you enjoy this brand new Mario experience. That's not what I fucking meant. I meant he's fucking stupid. Look at him. Look, he's crying like a bitch. Reggie, please. No, I got something to say.
That's kind of how I imagine it could.
Yeah, like off camera, like Reggie could just like really lay it down.
I mean, no joke. I love Reggie.
Oh yeah, I love Reggie too. I miss him so bad. Like,
yeah, me too.
Doug Bowser, or it's Doug Bowser, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's a great guy, I'm sure, but like he doesn't have Reggie's personality. Like Reggie just was weird,
No.
But like good weird.
Yeah. He does a podcast now, not by himself. I think with some other people. I've never listened to it.
Fucking get Reggie. Reggie, we need you, man. We don't know how to engage the youths. Okay, so where are the fucking bloopers that I'm supposed to be surfing with? I assume they're somewhere in the water, right?
Islands, yeah, I'd have to imagine.
Blooper surfing safari. Get the fuck over here.
Alright, Google. Time to Google.
We are 45 minutes into this. We've got like what? 4 shots.
Like 4 shots.
Play. This is gonna take us the whole summer, Max. Well, good. Good. I'm okay with that, actually. I fucking get out of the water. No. There is a way to go fast.
You'll see a new dock to Mario's right.
Okay, so there's a way to go fast in the water, but I don't have it yet.
Oh, what's that?
It's something it's a power up for Flood that you get later. Oh god.
Okay. There's a dock, and at the end of the dock are 3 different colored bloopers.
Alright. That'll help. Oh god. So what do you got going on this summer, dude?
Fuck, shit, I don't know.
You going anywhere? You like trying to get out of the house, or?
No, not really. Let's see. Yeah, no vacations or anything planned. It's funny because my dad's in Hawaii right now.
What?
I don't know if I told you that.
Dude, fuck your dad. I mean, I love your dad, but fuck your dad.
Yeah, he's going to visit my nephew right now.
Oh.
So.
Your nephew lives in Hawaii?
Yeah, with Raj.
Oh, right. Your Roger lives in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Fuck Roger.
So, yeah. Did I tell you they're having a second kid?
What? Really?
They're due sometime this year.
Oh,
I'm not a very good brother, so I don't know when.
Max.
But
dude,
yeah,
you're a godfather. You got 2 nephews. Look at you.
Yeah, see, I don't need kids myself.
You got all the kids you can. You know, the great thing about not having kids. The great thing about not having kids is you only deal with them like when it's fun.
Yeah.
And then you get to fucking leave and go home and sleep in your quiet apartment. Fuck you.
And you're like, oh, he's crying. Here,
oh,
Mom
looks
and Dad.
like someone needs daddy. No, daddy needs a drink.
No, Daddy needs a couple years of his life back.
Right.
Oh wait, this is it.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Wow, it was right there. I'm fucking stupid.
All right, you want to know the tricks?
No, we'll figure it out as we go along.
All right.
Sometimes I straight up tell Connor, like when he's throwing a tantrum, something like, you know, Daddy could be gaming right now, right?
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, cool. All right.
Oh, they don't even say shit.
No,
okay, well, yep.
Let's fucking go. I assume I follow the coins.
They all handle a bit differently. This looks fun though.
It is fun.
I do remember something about this game is being really impressed by the water effects. And
the water effects still look good.
They still do, with some kind of trickery. This is all artistic because the GameCube's not a powerhouse, but they make the water look better than again, some of the games these days where it looks like a weird shimmering oily mess.
Yeah, it does.
This looks like fucking water.
You're not wrong. I don't know which blooper I like best, but yellow seems to be working.
I think pink has the worst handling, and green has the best, and yellow's in the middle.
Cool.
But handling doesn't necessarily mean good or bad. I mean,
yeah,
Mario Kart games, I love things with shitty handling because I
just fucking get good at it.
Yeah, whip my ass out. I can drift in weird ways. Yeah,
that's true. Mario Kart does reward you for experimenting.
Yeah.
Giggity.
It seems like most games, there's a best way to do things. Mario Kart Wii was actually kind of unbalanced. That game with the bikes and the carts, it was very skewed towards the bikes. And this is still in the day where they're not going to fix it with a patch.
Oh, God.
Whoa. Holy shit. Fuck you, dude.
Dude, that guy's an asshole.
Yeah.
What time did they want me to get? You kidding me? I tore ass through that place.
Yeah, that wasn't a perfect run, but yeah, you tore ass. That was... What more can you expect?
Good God, and they send you all the way back in the beginning? It's like, do you want to retry? No, fuck you. Holy shit. Mario Sunshine don't fuck around. Oh God, it was right here. That tells me we're going to waste a few episodes doing exactly what I just did.
Do the green one this time.
Let's try red.
Oh, okay.
Or
they all have the same top speed apparently.
Let's try green. You mean red?
You mean this one?
Clearly you mean red. Purple, whatever. I don't know, I don't feel much of a difference, but whatever. Which did you say has the best handling?
Green.
Green? Let's go.
Okay, he's being all nice to you. He's not saying you gotta get like a good time or please.
No, he's not. He's like grossly underselling this.
You want to have some fun? Hey, yeah, I'm just running a little charity here. And it's just like, you suck. You're the worst at this. Why did I even go to college, Mario?
You call yourself a blooper surfer?
No, I never did.
I'm gonna go fuck your mother and tell her about how bad you are. Oh my God.
Hey, there we go.
Did I say mother because I meant brother? Luigi, no. Not a Luigi. Yes, Luigi.
Oh, so his name's Luigi, huh?
Sounds like a poor name.
All right, there we go.
40 seconds seemed to be the goal.
I hope he apologizes and prostrates himself. No, he doesn't say shit. He just dances.
Mario pulls out his gun. Now that I have what I need from you. You are no good to me now. Mario's just Ingo.
I was just thinking about Ingo.
That's right. Next episode of Zelda, we've got some Ingo time ahead of us, don't we?
Oh yeah, that's right. We gotta get our horsey.
Yeah, dude, this is not going to be like a 3 or 4 episode playthrough. This is going to be like 9 or 10.
So, we're about near the end of the episode.
We are. We've got 5 shine sprites.
We got 5
my God.
shine.
There are a few like gimmies though. There's some gimmies in town.
Okay.
Like, for instance, I'm sure this pineapple does something.
I hear something.
I can hear one close by.
You got to pound on the little sewer thing there?
Probably. Give me a blue coin first. Nope, okay, no save. That's cool.
Ooh.
Where's my shine sprite? Oh, there it is. It's up there.
Oh, there it is.
Come on, Mario. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. Reggie busts in like the only stupid one here is you. God, come on, Reggie, man, you're busting my balls. What balls?
What balls?
Give me some balls to bust, I'll bust
here.
them. Come on, Reggie, man, please. Not in front of my family. What, are they bitches like you? Okay, so wait, this is how I get the... No. Wait, oh yeah, cool. Thanks, dude.
Some of these guys will just fucking throw you.
Yeah, right. You give me a coin, I'll fucking throw you across the room? I don't want that. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
Reggie voice acts him.
A very weird culture on Delfino they
Yeah,
got.
right. You want to get thrown the fuck around? I'll throw you the fuck around. Okay, so here's the goal. If I can do 7 Shine Sprites per episode, that'll be 10 episodes.
Okay.
Max K.
That'll be our
Sure you can, Chris.
what the fuck are we calling it? There's so many summer game jams going on.
This is Summer Staycation. Get it right.
Summer Staycation. All right.
Hillside
Rolls
Cave
off the
Secret.
tongue. Little bit of alliteration there.
Oh, I'm wrong. Look, they do show you. I just wasn't paying attention. Reggie's just like in the other room shaking his head. Fucking stupid ass kids. Why did I waste my career on this, Phil?
Should have stayed at Pizza Hut.
Right. Is that what Reggie did?
Yeah.
No shit. Reggie was a Pizza Hut man?
Yep. I think he was like head of advertising or something like that. for
What?
Pizza Hut. And that was right before Nintendo. That was like his thing.
I'd hate to say his talents were wasted with Pizza Hut, but like back in the
Talents were
day, Pizza
wasted
Hut was
with
pretty,
Pizza Hut.
pretty legit. Like Pizza Hut of 1995 wasn't like the Pizza Hut we know today.
Pizza Hut back then was very appealing to little kid Max.
I love Pizza Hut, man. I'm
Yeah,
not too
and I
good for
love-
the Hut.
You know, honestly, and I really liked when I was a kid that they weren't afraid to just be like, yeah, under the cheese, tomato paste. Like that's all it is.
Let's fucking
Just
do it.
paste.
It's delicious. I don't give a shit.
What are you gonna do about it?
Gonna make your own
And they
pizza?
had-
I didn't think so.
They had the games in their restaurants.
Dude, my favorite memory to this day of our friendship is like when my dad would take us to Pizza Hut on Friday nights and you and I would play those arcade games.
Oh yeah, the Pizza Hut buffet. Like
Fuck
they don't
yeah,
fucking
dude.
have those anymore.
The only thing is though, like if you got the buffet, that was less time for the games.
That's true.
Like on Friday nights when it was really packed and you had to wait like an hour and a half for your pizza, you fucking played those games.
Yeah. And I remember when like this was like right before the 64 came out and they started getting like Cruisin' USA.
Yeah, but
it's like,
Final
okay.
Fight was where it's at.
Yeah, it's true.
Don't get me wrong.
Street Fighter 2.
Cruising USA was a fine title, but I don't know if I'm doing this the right way, but I'm getting there.
You're getting there.
No!
Can you stay there? No. And you're running out of cheese, man.
Like I said, you can fucking cheese these levels if you want. There's the cave.
Do you get more like water capacity later on in the game, or
Oh shit, I'm about out of water, aren't I? Alright, Mario.
you can make it? You can make it.
Oh, hell yeah, I can.
Ooh,
Oh, it's one of these.
one of those. These were my jam. Not really, but
So why the hell does Baby Bowser turn into like Liquid Metal Mario?
I don't know. This was the intro to Baby Bowser, wasn't it? Or Bowser Jr., I guess.
Bowser Jr. And was it?
Bowser Jr., which
No,
is
no,
just
no.
Baby.
Yoshi's Island was.
Oh, that was Baby Bowser.
You're right, but he's
which
just
are like the same
reskinned.
person.
Oh shit. Oh no. But
Wait, they don't make you.
But
no,
Bowser
they
Bowser Jr. is just reskinned Baby Bowser.
for sure, for sure.
Okay, let's actually try.
Yeah, if you die 4 more times, they kick you out of here, dude.
That may happen. That'll be the end of this episode. Probably be another week before we revisit. God damn it!
Will happen. It's your little bitch.
Reggie's like, you want me to fucking do it for you? I'll do it for you.
Want me to give me that controller?
Give the controller to an actual gamer, you know, that's cool. Bet I don't suck as bad as you suck. Reggie, please, man, this is all I got. You guys have a Let's Play channel and you play like that? More like Let's Gay. Reggie, come on, man, that's not cool. Shit!
Oh shit.
I'm thinking about this too much. You just gotta fucking go for it.
Yeah, man, you just gotta feel it.
Just gotta feel
Believe in
it.
yourself.
Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna feel it. I'm gonna like
you
tiptoe
felt
through this whole
nothing.
fucking thing. Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, nothing beats the Sonic dying. A little ditty.
Oh yeah, that's true.
If anything makes you feel like a fucking failure.
Because you are a fucking failure in Sonic, man. Sonic don't give a shit. Think Sonic cares about you?
Oh God. I was so convinced that you did have the long jump in these little stages, but you don't.
It would make it so much easier.
Oh, yes, it would. Jesus, without the flood?
Oh, God. I think I can get a 1-up here, though. Okay, this part's not bad. That's a coin. I need a 1-up. Mario, you know what's going down, right? I suck. God damn it, Mario.
Damn it.
Oh, God. Go! Oh. Oh, fuck. Oh. Oh!
Oh, my God.
There we go. We made it.
I was like, just use your little twisty move. It's like, that's Galaxy. Damn
That's
it.
Galaxy, Chris. Come on. All right, that's 7 Shine Sprites in 55 minutes. I'm okay with that.
Okay. Yeah, I guess every game kind of added their own little thing. 64 kind of had the somewhat useless punching.
Oh, yeah, the punching. That was dumb.
This game had the belly slide and flood and all the kind of, little things there. Odyssey had the cap throw and everything with that, which is wonderful. I'm going to be sad when that's not in the next 3D Mario game.
You know, I don't know what
Odyssey
they're going to do. Like, where do you go from fucking Odyssey? Like, I don't think Nintendo knows yet.
Odyssey is the best control scheme of any video game ever.
Yes,
like,
period.
It's fantastic. But Galaxy had the twist.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost like a triple, like, here's your jump is ending, and then you can extend the jump just a little bit more. Which is kind of what they adopted for the side-scrolling 3D Mario games, or side-scrolling Mario games.
But you're right, no, there was like kind of those hybrid 3D Marios, right? Like Super Mario 3D Land and 3D World.
3D Land and 3D World, yeah, which I've never really played through 3D Land. 3D World is an interesting game. I really like it, but I also feel like I give it a pass. The isometric view is a little weird. I think you have to look at your shadow a lot, more than you probably should. But the feel of the game is just awesome. I love the Super Mario
2
Mario 2 USA feel it has.
Yep.
But it's just 3D. I love it. It's such a fun game to play with more people, you know?
I love how they straight up brought those controls back for Mario 2.
Yeah, and they have, like, it was the first game that was like, hey, remember the arts from, like, the manuals of these old games? We're just going to put that in the game. And it's like,
right.
Cool. That's awesome. You beat this thing?
I don't know, I suck. There we go.
There we go.
That's right. It's not like about quantified damage, it's about sustained. Like, it doesn't matter if you
go at it for
a whole
hours.
bunch of damage over a short amount of time. It's a lot of damage quickly. You just gotta focus in on it. There we go. I'm getting used to the inverted controls again, which isn't good because the next time I play a normal game...
And you're gonna... Yeah. Yeah, see if they have an option, but I don't think they do. Oh, by the way, I noticed that you're not playing the subtitle monster.
Oh yeah, that's right, sorry.
No, that's okay. I can hear it. It's just like, I've gotten used to, like, games will, by a lot of games by default, will have the subtitles off. I can't do it. I turn
Yeah, anymore I'm the same way. I used to turn them off because I thought it was more cinematic, but now it's like, no, I need to fucking like keep quiet so my kids don't wake up, so
yeah,
I need
it
subtitles.
Is more cinematic, I agree, but especially with Square games, like, they don't have their audio mixing right
no,
at
like,
all.
unless you have like a home theater setup, Square games are not good audio.
No, most of the time, yeah, and FF7, it for some reason it's gotten better in later chapters. But I remember the first chapter, like in the Sector 7.
Yeah.
I was like, I wish there was a slider bar for the NPC audio. They're so loud, and they drown out the main characters so much of the time.
Yeah.
You know, for some reason that's gotten better. Like even in Wall Market, that's so crowded. I feel like it's not as bad.
Right.
But there'll be times where there's like there's a scene happening. There's some kind of cinematic scene, and stuff just gets totally skipped over. I'm like, if I didn't have these subtitles on, I'd have no idea what they're freaking... Like when they gas Cloud and Aeris, and, you know, to like get them to line up for the Dawn, those guys come in with the gas masks, and I'm like, I have no idea what these guys would be saying.
No. And, you know, to this day in FF15, I still don't know what the hell Arden said to Noctis at, like, the most important scene of the game.
Oh, right? When he's getting sucked into the crystal?
Yeah.
He's saying, like, this, he's giving his whole bad guy speech.
And there's just, like, this opera going on in the background. It's like, what
there's
the
the
fuck?
opera, there's Noctis, which Square, I'm going to call him Squaresoft. Square does not like having empty space with no audio.
No.
It's just like if you're just shifting in your seat or doing something, they tell their voice actors you got to be like
Oh yeah, I know. Like, you
They're
can never be
always
not talking. Like, you've got to be doing
never
something.
Be silent.
Like, you got to cut off other characters. Your lines are more important. Go. Max, next time on Play the Hits, we're gonna get good and we're gonna go to that lighthouse.
I hope so.
We'll see you then, buddy.
See ya.